So the one of the other things that Curtis touched on was the dark web scans, and basically, for those of you who don't know, the dark web is basically a hidden corner of the internet that you can only access with a very specific web browser, and that's there's legitimate uses for it. If you're like a political dissident in a foreign country and there's a lot of censorship where you are, then obviously you have a legitimate use case for it. But since it hides your identity, location, everything like that, it's also easy pickings for hackers. So a lot of basically any data breach you've ever heard of is going to be showing up on the dark web at some point. So I put in my email address here. I've had the same email address for 17 years now, so fair chance I'm going to be in some data breach somewhere, and so this is one that I already know about, and gives you the how severe it is, and that's based out of 1 to 100, so that's that factors into my ESS score and all that, when it was added and what service it was. So I know Adobe was breached somewhere, it might have been 2016. But when that was, added to their database is 2017. But it gives me, so I know my email address in there, whatever the, encoded version of my password was for whatever they use on their back end is going to be in there. And I need to make sure I don't use that password anywhere else. I know I don't, so I don't need to go check.
So just to kind of summarize this, we're only showing one here because this is a demo environment, but a user can go in here and see every single breach that this tool has found that they've been a part of, and the use for that is to make them aware, but also to that if they haven't changed those related passwords, that they definitely need to get to work on that.
Yeah, it actually pops up and says you need to remediate this issue, and you have a button there you can click.
Yeah, so that is very useful for folks. And then also one added bonus here is you do have the ability to check another email address and see if there's anything compromised in it. So if you are brushing up on your cyber hygiene, you want to check your personal email as to whether or not it's in this list. You can, and it does not affect the employee security score.
Nice.
But that's only if you're entering an email address here. Otherwise, it's going to show you all the breaches for your your work account.
Yeah.
And the tool is constantly getting updated with the latest.
Yes. So a lot of times, if you watch the news with any sort of regularity, you're going to see once or twice a week, insert whatever service here was compromised and blah, blah, blah. Right. And about half the time they're, accurate. And the other half the time it's somebody pretending that they have access to data that they don't, to improve their street cred as a hacker for whatever reason. So what this platform does is actually vets the data breaches to make sure that they're legitimate and actually contain actionable data. So some other services may show you a lot more entries here, but these are actually vetted entries that they can confirm are real and where they claim to have originated from.